Washington, D.C., September 2025. In a decision that has ignited fresh debate on America's immigration landscape, US President Donald Trump has signed an executive order unveiling a brand new path to residency. Known officially as the Golden Residency Card, the scheme creates a $1 million gateway for wealthy investors who wish to live and work in the United States. The signing ceremony, staged inside the Oval Office and captured by pool cameras, was vintage Trump, bold, controversial, and designed for spectacle. The president, seated at the resolute desk with aides and advisors nearby, picked up his pen and signed the order in front of reporters. The moment was punctuated by applause from members of his administration, who hailed it as a groundbreaking initiative. According to the White House, the Golden Residency Card is a deliberate rebranding of the US green card system. For decades, the green card has been a symbol of opportunity for immigrants seeking to build a life in America. By introducing a gold card, Trump has sought to inject exclusivity, luxury, and prestige into the process, echoing global golden visa models already in place across Europe and the Middle East. The president presented the plan as both symbolic and pragmatic, highlighting the financial commitment expected of applicants. In his own words, Donald Trump said, "This is about rewarding those who believe in America, who are willing to invest in America, and who want to be part of America's future." Trump emphasized that the Golden Card was not a replacement for existing immigration routes. Rather, it was an additional tier aimed at a specific class of people, those willing and able to pay for access. His aides stressed that this premium path would not undermine other immigration programs, but instead complement them by targeting a different demographic: wealthy global investors. The administration has framed the measure as a lifeline for the American economy. Officials argue that the initiative will attract billions of dollars in capital, particularly into real estate, infrastructure, and technology. The logic is simple. By tying residency to significant investment, the United States positions itself as the ultimate destination for the global elite. Supporters of the move believe this influx of money could help revive struggling cities, stimulate construction projects, and generate employment. Economists sympathetic to the White House narrative suggest that the Golden Residency Card could channel foreign wealth into domestic growth at a time when America faces rising economic pressures. However, opponents in Washington have voiced sharp criticism. Lawmakers from the Democratic Party quickly condemned the executive order, describing it as a policy that entrenches inequality and promotes a pay-to-play immigration system. Advocacy groups for immigrants expressed alarm that the measure tilts US immigration further in favor of the wealthy, while sidelining those fleeing conflict or hardship. Some Democrats in Congress argued that the $1 million threshold creates an image of America as a country for sale, diminishing its long-standing tradition as a refuge for ordinary immigrants. They also questioned the ethics of introducing a financial tier system at a moment when immigration debates are already polarizing the nation. Globally, programs that exchange residency for investment are not new. Portugal, Greece, Malta, and the United Arab Emirates have long run golden visa schemes. But America's entry into this controversial arena, especially under Trump's leadership, carries both symbolic weight and practical implications. Analysts note that the American version could reshape the global residency by investment landscape by setting a high bar, $1 million, compared with other nations' lower entry thresholds. To Trump's critics, this is another example of his penchant for branding, turning a routine immigration program into a premium product with his signature flair. The symbolism has not been lost on commentators. The green card has historically represented opportunity, struggle, and eventual success, a chance for immigrants of modest means to join the American story. By contrast, the golden card evokes images of luxury, privilege, and exclusivity. This contrast reflects Trump's broader approach, dramatizing policy through symbolism. Where the green card was inclusive, the gold card is aspirational, catering to elites who can afford it. In the words of political analysts, it is a rebranding exercise as much as it is an immigration reform. The Golden Residency Card also carries heavy political implications. With an election cycle approaching, Trump has used the rollout to draw a sharp divide between groups. Supporters see the move as proof of his commitment to boosting America's economy through foreign investment. Critics, however, accuse him of monetizing immigration and abandoning humanitarian responsibilities. The divide is visible not just in Congress, but across the electorate. For Trump's base, the Golden Card fits into a narrative of strength, wealth, and American prestige. For his opponents, it epitomizes elitism and exclusion. The program has already become a talking point on both conservative and liberal media platforms. Beyond politics, the executive order has sparked a broader conversation about what US immigration should represent in the 21st century. Should residency be a reward for those who can contribute financially or a pathway for those in need of refuge and opportunity? The Golden Residency Card highlights this tension. Supporters argue that America benefits from attracting individuals who can invest, create jobs, and stimulate growth. Opponents insist that immigration should remain accessible to those without wealth, preserving the country's identity as a nation of immigrants. As cameras rolled, Trump concluded the ceremony by displaying the signed order and waving confidently to reporters. Moments later, aides distributed mock-ups of the Golden Residency Card to showcase its design. The president left the Oval Office smiling as chants of approval and murmurs of dissent echoed across Washington. The ink had barely dried on the executive order when headlines around the world began to flash. America now has $1 million residency card. For some, it represents innovation and opportunity. For others, it is a symbol of inequality and privilege. What remains clear is that the Golden Residency Card has already reshaped the immigration debate. Whether it becomes a magnet for investment or a lightning rod for controversy, it cements Trump's role as a president unafraid to merge policy with spectacle. And as the nation braces for the upcoming election season, the Golden Card may prove to be more than just a residency document. It could become a defining emblem of Trump's America, bold, divisive, and unmistakably branded.